I get pitched hundreds and thousands of business ideas every single day. And here are the top 7 ones I would not even touch. In this video, I'll go deep into their economics, why I would not touch them, and they're the worst business according to me. If you have been following me for a while, you know how our team works. Basically, someone joins the employee, then they get better salaries, complex problems to solve, then they get an incentive structure, and then finally, once they're part of the core team, the whole idea is how can you retire as well? Because after some time, because I've retired, so after some time, how do you get to a position where you can exit the company by automating your position and finding someone else from the ladder below you, and you start your own business while we have equity in that. That's how the whole team works. Now, when that kind of situation arrives, we get like hundreds and thousands of business ideas every single day that my team members propose me, and they're like, I want to start this. Do you think it's a good idea? So like from years we have been understanding multiple businesses, how they work and everything between them, due to which we exactly know like this business is good or not, because we have evaluated that on multiple terms. And in this video I'm going to dissect 7 businesses that I would personally never start and recommend you to never start as well. I'll give you a disclaimer, all these businesses are just not good as per my approach and as per my economics. It doesn't mean that people haven't made a fortune in these. So people may have made a lot of money doing these businesses, but I feel they're not good for you. A lot of you might be thinking right now that it's cool that you do not recommend these 7 businesses, but why is there a reason that you start multiple businesses and you let your team start multiple businesses? So I'll go into first those 3 reasons and then explain you all the 7 businesses. The number 1 reason we keep on diversifying ourselves is because you don't know when a bad news can come. So imagine this, let's say I am the founder of Dream 11 and I run a cricket betting app, technically a fantasy sports game, whatever it's called. And one day government announces 30% tax. My profit margins deplete. And when you're on a high scale, you need to continuously diversify yourself because you don't know when a bad news can come. Imagine in coaching industry, there's a bad news, which is like now every coach needs to get certified from the government and it would take at least 8 months to certify. For 8 months, I'm done because I can't run ads, I'm not certified. So imagine something like this coming on and due to which your business depletes. So you need to continuously diversify yourself because anytime a big risk can come, and the bigger you are, the bigger risk is that. Because on high capital, you need to take low risk, and on low capital, you need to take high risk. So when I had no money, I would put all that money into one business and grow it because I have less capital, so I can put that and take whole risk on it. Because anyways, if it goes, I can make somewhere else new money and put it again and just keep on taking risks till I become big. Once I become big, I need to minimize my risk and hedge other businesses against my business so that I can reduce my risk to a new level. The second reason is we want a continuous free zone for our team members to keep on finding new ways of making money, because I feel I'm not the smartest one in the room and my employees and team members are much more smarter than me in some cases. And that's why maybe they can see something that I cannot, and maybe it's my blind spot that they can cover. So for that reason, we give them a free zone. So when someone joins, they go through a salary ladder, and they go through an incentive ladder, and then finally we let them open their own business because we feel they're qualified, and then they propose multiple ideas that they want to open on, and then we exactly tell them like, should you go for this, should you not go for this, and by evaluating that, we become smarter, and the person who wanted to eventually start that business also gets a clarity on is he going right or wrong, due to which the person also becomes smarter. Because you need to understand, for employees, money is not only the motivation, growth is a bigger motivation than that. Like if I'm working at a place and I'm getting 50,000 per month salary, you make my salary 80 and then 1 and then 1.5, I'm cool with that. But if I'm not growing personally, I don't feel the progress inside me, then there's no point of that. And that's why I always recommend that your employees should not have only monetary growth, but their personality growth, their vision growth, their intellectual growth, and all these growths with you. And in that case, you would have a culture of performance, because everyone knows who are down the ladder that these people are getting their own businesses. One day I'll also get, so I'll work harder. And you get a culture of performance without actually having carrot and stick reward system, which is like if you do good work, I'll give you a carrot. If you do bad work, I'll give you a stick. I don't think that works really well. Your performance in the short term goes up, but then you corrupt your culture for the long term. And I'll give you multiple examples of this. So Vaishali was one of my team members that joined us as a closer, and she used to do show up calls. That means in back-end closes, she used to call people to increase show up. Then she became a closer, then she became a high ticket closer, and then finally she started leading a team of 6 to 8 closers, and then finally she became a CEO of back-end closers. So you see, she had a salary ladder, then she had an increment ladder, and now she's the CEO of Back and Closers, has her own profit percentage and equity in the company, which she runs, and she manages the whole thing. And it has been, I think, 2.5 years to Back and Closers, and it has touched a highest revenue of 45 lakhs a month with 50% profits. Another example is Megha. She was our business coach. She used to help people with Facebook ads. Any problem that they face, they used to help. And Megha had the salary structure, she went up. Then she had an incentive structure, she went up in that. And now she's like, Himanshu, I want to open my own business. I'm like, what's your business? She's like, I want to open a Facebook marketing agency. I'm like, perfect. Let's find a good market for you. Let's find a good avatar for you. Let's analyze the whole business. We did that. We gave her the whole thing. And we are like, run this up. Good luck. And now she's running her own agency. There's a second guy, Aryant. When we started our e-com store, I tested an e-com store on the side for 9-8 months, but then I shut it off because the profit percentage is 3-4%. I don't like it. So when Aryant joined us, he was a media buyer in an e-com store. He has a 40,000 per month salary. So he went the salary ladder up, then he went the incentive ladder up. Then he's like, Bhaiya, what should I do? We closed the e-com store, but we never let our employees go off like this only. Like of our work is done. We don't do that. That's why we have the highest retention and a good culture, and people actually from other competition want to join us just because we know what kind of culture we work with over here, and we care about our people really well. So Aryant started his own agency, which is Performity, and he started a e-com agency, and he started scaling it. And now Aryant came at 40,000 salary. I think he's doing personal income, I think 2.5 lakhs a month, which is pretty cool because he started at 40,000 in 1 year. He's at 2.5 lakhs. So he's very happy with it. He's growing his agency, and now he's a target of watching his agency to 50 lakhs a month revenue, which is cool. And he's operating it. I just have a small equity in it, and he just keeps on growing it. Thirdly, if they help me in my goal, my job is to help them in their goal. So when I was broke and I became rich, and they were helping me with operations and backend and everything to make me rich, to make me retire, it's my job now to help them in reverse because I've got that situation. So now it's my job to give them hand and get them up because I'm already at the situation that they want to be. So I give them the hand and they get up. So I've heard this a lot of times, which is if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. So I'm here for the far game, and if I want to go to the far game, I need to be together with everyone and make a culture that is tightly bond. Like it becomes really hard for anyone to poach anyone from us, and that's when I know that people are really loving the place, and that's when real transformations begin. And the last reason is if my team member proposes me a business plan and I don't research it myself and I say a no to it, then they simply ask for why. And if I don't have the answer of why, I'm cheating on them. So that's why I've analyzed hundreds and thousands of businesses. And after that, here are the 7 businesses that I think you should never start. And the only thing you're trying to calculate is what is the probability of me putting my money into this business and getting a good return on that. That's it. That's what you're calculating, right? So when Aryant comes and starts this Performity, I'm like, is D2C market growing? Yes. Is India growing in consumption? Yes. Will they need agencies? Yes. So the probability of me putting my money and getting back a return on that is technically good. So I would let him do that business, right? So you need to just understand for yourself that what is the probability of my money coming with its friends to me again so that I get a return on it. And on that probability, you take a bet. Business number 1, the ATM business. I know it must have crossed your mind. What if I open an ATM? I'll get percentage on every person who transacts and I'll make a lot of money. Good idea. And you must have also thought, oh, ATM is very cheap because I need a very small area and just a machine and just servicing maybe once a year and good to go. Well, it's a good idea, but what you need to understand is the macroeconomics of an ATM business. The microeconomics seems good. Whenever someone transacts, they get a percentage. Some percentage banks keep and some percentage you keep. And now it's a passive income because you just put it in the machine, you check it once a month to collect the cash, and then you are done. But technically on the macroeconomics, it's not a good business. 2 simple reasons. Number 1, utilization of cash is getting lower day by day, and second, UPI is growing day by day. The more UPI grows, the less we need cash. And because it's a cash crunch, that means the amount of money that is rotating in cash is getting lesser and lesser in ATMs, is because people are using UPI cards and other methods. So India is a growing economy due to which people are now using digital modes of payment, due to which the ATM business is getting lower. So let's say you do 10,000 rupees of transaction per day on your ATM, that is going to reduce every single month because the UPI is exploding and cash crunch is getting down day by day, due to which the ATM business is not a good business. The second reason for that is cost recovery time. If you make a very small percentage on the transaction or the volume that you generate, then the chances of recovering money from that business becomes very hard. And the simple example of that is, let's say you transact 1 lakh rupees a day. The maximum you can recover from that is 1,000 rupees. If you make 1,000 rupees a day, that's 30,000 in a month. So recovery from ATM business would take you 6 months to 12 months just to recover, break even. So according to me, not a good business. Business number 2, affiliate marketing. I know hundreds of people who would have told you that start affiliate marketing, you can make a lot of money. If you don't know anything about business and you're just like, I want to test it out, cool, works for you. But if you're like, no, I want to make a potentially huge business out of this, I would not say that affiliate marketing is a really good business model, especially becoming an affiliate marketer. If you have an affiliate channel for your product or service, that's perfectly fine. But if you think I'll become an affiliate of a product or service and then I'll become rich from that, I don't think so. There are multiple reasons for this. First, I'll give you some examples. There's a guy in my, there's a guy called Divyansh. He was part of my mastermind ICE 2.0, who is known as the Himanshu Agrawal of affiliate businesses because he's the biggest over there. And he teaches people how to become an affiliate and how to make money with that. Do people make money? Yes. Do people make a lot of money? No. Do people become really, really, really wealthy because of that? No. So he basically teaches how to become affiliate of a product called BizGurukul. You must have heard about it. And how do you promote that and make more money? Now, in that process, yes, some people make money. Yes, you can make quite a good amount of money, but you can't become wealthy or you can't build real wealth because of that, because that business is flawed because you get a percentage of the product you sell. So when you give 100% of the revenue towards you, you can utilize that to multiple places. But here you cannot change the product, you cannot change the offer, you cannot change the messaging, you cannot change anything, but you just need to sell that product as the company suggests. And I understood the national numbers and international numbers of affiliate marketing. What I got to know is you can have a 10 to 20% profit in your pocket if everything goes smooth. If you have cracked organic, you don't need to rely on paid ads. Like if all the metrics are in favor of you, you can make a lot of money. But if they're not in favor of you, chances are you cannot become wealthy with that. Secondly, here's a Zoom call that I did with Rohit. So Rohit has been an employee of ICE and he was a co-founder of BizGurukul. So you can understand the insights I get compared to what you get about affiliate marketing businesses. And what he also told was that a lot of affiliates come, but very few make remarkable amount of growth, like 8 to 10 lakhs a month. And the reason of that is simple, because it takes a lot of effort to sell someone else's product, because you can't change the messaging, the offer, the product, the landing page, anything like that. And now if you're like, hey Himanshu, I still want to do affiliate marketing, then do it for super high ticket recurring businesses. Example, let's say I have an agency that charges 1 lakh a month for content. And if I have people around me in my network who can buy that amount, then I would simply refer them to that agency. Let's say I refer 5 people for that 1 lakh price and I get a 25% commission. I'm now making 1.25 lakhs a month recurring, because the client pays the agency every single month. I get a 25% cut every single month. 5 people, 1.25 lakhs per month. So this is something that I would recommend you to do. Still make your own product or service that will teach you much more than just selling someone else's. Number 3, Amazon FBA. You must have seen ads, YouTube videos, I don't know what, but you must have seen a lot of people promoting Amazon FBA. According to me, not a good business. I'll tell you multiple reasons for it. Number 1 reason, low barrier to entry. If there is a business that anyone can enter into without any certification, without any, IP, without any prototype or something like that, like they can just enter blatantly, like anyone can enter, then chances are that business is not good, because anyone can enter and disrupt you at the moment. And on these online platforms, it is very easy to copy other people, because you can see what ads they are running, what product page they have, what photos they have, what description they have, how much ratings they have, how much traffic they get. You can get all of that details on the internet, due to which it becomes very hard to compete, because all your data is available to everyone, and plus there's low barrier to entry, so anyone can enter anytime. Number 2, it's good for POC but not for actual business. If you want to start a D2C brand and you start with Amazon to get a POC like of reviews, make a good product, build organic pull, it's great. But if you're planning, no, I'll just do Amazon FBA and make money from that by having multiple products, I don't think that's a good idea. And the simple reason for that is because Amazon itself is your own competitor. Because what Amazon does is they know that actually that this product is selling at this much price. If we change the price to this much, it would sell more. They make their own products, they sell it, and they kick you out of the game. So when Amazon, the platform itself, is your competitor, chances of you building a very big business on that is very less, until unless you have a product that Amazon would not copy. And lastly, you have a single platform risk. That means when you open a D2C brand, you have Shopify, you have Amazon, you have Myntra, you have Blinkit, you have Zepto, you have multiple places to sell your product. But when you're just on Amazon and doing Amazon FBA, you have a single platform risk. That means the moment that platform decides that you are not a good fit, you are out of business, your whole money is gone, and you're back to zero. Number 4, retail stores. I know you have this idea of, I will finally one day open my own boutique with my favorite dresses and the best design in the world, and people will come and love me for it. I get it. It's a very fancy dream to have, but not to make money. And the reason for that is because if you go on Google and you just type retail store statistics, you will see it's declining. You need a lot of time to build a brand. You need a very good location, because of which the rent is very high. Like, there are multiple factors. Just Google it and you'll find a lot of reasons why it's not a good business. Second, that business is location dependent. That means you need to have a good location in order to make that business work, or else it would not work. And thirdly, you build customer loyalty after years. For you, I would not recommend it unless you have huge cash reserves and you don't care if that business flops or works. Business number 5, your favorite, the old drop shipping. Because if you think that you can sell these kind of products and make a lot of money and a living, I don't think that's a good idea. Now let me give you a disclaimer. If you're just trying to sell random products like this and make money off it, you can make money, but your profits will be 2%, 3%, 5%. I know people selling courses on it, like make your t-shirts and sell and do all of that. It's fine. But if they were making already money with this, they would not be selling a course on it, number 1. Number 2, if you're trying to build a proper brand, then I think it's a good game. And that too in the very long term. Why? Because the real business of D2C is selling the whole brand itself, and that's where the most money is made. So when you sell the business, you actually make really good money, like big money, and that's where the real money is made in D2C. So if you are ready to play that much long and not make quick profits, it's a good game for you. But if you're like, no, I'll sell random shit like this on the internet and make a lot of money and become a millionaire, not a good idea. There was a time for it in 2020, 2019, but not a good idea after that, because the amount of headache you have is immense. I'll give you a real story of this. I owned a brand called Manimai. Manimai was a spiritual jewelry brand in which we used to sell Rudraksh jewelry, Krishna pendant and all of these things, right? When I had that business, in 4 months, we reached 2.5 crores a month. But you know what was my profit percentage? 3%. After waking up at 10 a.m. to give the guy all the parcels and then waiting for RTOs so that they can come back, and then putting them, then arranging them, then packing everything. Like, my whole team is indulged in a stupid bracelet packing company while we make 7.5 lakhs a month in profits and tax after that. So after tax, I'm left with like 5 lakhs. I don't want that business, because I can make 5 lakhs a month by not having that much headache while having a more scalable business than just doing that. Business number 6, gyms. Not a good idea. I know a guy called YVS, Yashwadan Swami, who is one of the biggest fitness coaches of India. There's a lot of people in his circle who own gyms. And he told me this shocking fact, which is 90% of them are not profitable. It's a business that takes really, really long to build that kind of retention and that kind of a facility that people would keep on paying for and keep on coming to, plus a great locality, a great location, like multiple things like that, plus a very, very heavy investment amount to start. And that's why I would not recommend you to start with gyms. Yes, once you're very rich, you want to open your own gym so that you can go it over there and you want to own it. Good idea, but not to start with. Business number 7, favorite of everyone. If I take a stone and I throw it in the air, it would land on a person who would love to open a restaurant. And it's the worst idea you can go for. And the reason I'm saying so is because the statistics are against you. Most of the restaurants are not profitable, not able to make money, and especially after Zomato and Swiggy in place, they eat up the margins, due to which the restaurant owner is not left with margins. The reason you're starting a business is not to do more work, it's to actually get retired by making a lot of money. But franchisee or cloud kitchen model is better in it, right? So if you have in a close relation someone who knows and who's not trying to sell you a franchisee, but is a friend of yours or someone and recommends you a franchisee that you know would make money, I would say that model is good, because the systems are already set, the SOP is already set. The only thing you need to figure out is location, but you need still huge capital plus franchisee royalty and fees. The second is cloud kitchen. My mom runs a cloud kitchen. In start it was lost because my mom is a great business owner, but now it is in profit because my brother, my real brother, is a good businessman. He's younger to me, but he knows how business works, and now we are profitable. But for the first 6 months, it was for the fun of my mom. My mom is like, I cannot sit idle at home, so I'm like, just open cloud kitchen. So she makes food for us, and then she makes food for the customers, due to which we also eat more and more flavors of food, more and more dishes, because the customers order new things every single time. So here were the 7 businesses, but let me tell you one thing. There are 13 lessons that I got from these all analysis, and here are those 13 lessons. Number 1, try to find a business that has profit margins above 30%, because in that case, you would be able to grow it more and you have error of margin. Error of margin is basically when you start a business, you will do errors. When you have 30% above profit, you can do more errors, you can fail faster, because even if your profit eats up, you're left with 10%, which is good for start. Number 2, can you scale that business without new assets? That means, do you need to take every time a new franchisee to go to a new location, or every time you need to put more money to scale that business? If that answer is yes, do not start the business, because you need multiple assets to expand yourself, and then you become an asset heavy business, due to which you will shut down. Number 3, ownership of the customer. In the case of Amazon, you don't own the customer, you don't have their email, you don't have their phone number. Even if you add a gift card inside it so that you can collect their emails or phone numbers, they don't allow it. So you don't have the ownership of the customer. That's why point number 3, have ownership of the customer. If the customer is not yours, it's someone else's, and they will make more money than you, because they would calculate the average order value faster than you, better than you, accurate than you, and they can scale their business, not yours. Number 4, low capex. Capex is capital expenditure. That means you want to keep a business that is low on capex so that your risk is lower. Because when you're starting businesses, you don't have a lot of money. If you're playing a billionaire game, that's different. But if you don't have money and you are trying to build businesses, try to choose businesses with low capex so that you can actually get a return faster on it, because it is faster to break even on those businesses since your money invested is less, and you can make profits after that much faster. Number 5, one factor dependency. Like a restaurant business, you are dependent on location. If the location fails, the whole plan fails. Even if you have the best food in the world, but if the location is not great, your business would not work. So if you have a one factor dependency, like in Amazon, you have platform dependency, you're done. Don't start that business. Number 6, you need to be open 24/7. Like gyms, you can open 24/7, but most of them are not. Restaurant, you can't open 24/7. So if your business is not open 24/7, you're losing customer left, right, and center. When I used to run ads for my business, they're on 24/7. So I'm getting customers while I'm sleeping, and I'm getting customers while I'm awake. Number 7, the business should have the ability to get global reach. If your business cannot get global reach faster, you would not be able to build a big business. Why? Because we do not have the most powerful currency in the world. Other currencies are better than us. So if you charge in USD and you're sitting in India, your labor cost would be low, your service cost would be low, your tax rate would be low, but you're charging in dollars, right? So you'll make more money. You have a 80 times leverage, like the factor, the comparison, the arbitrage between INR and USD, you have 80 times difference, due to which you will make more money eventually. Number 8, investment, recovery, speed. That means if you take 3 years or 4 years to recover your investment, not a good business, because you can put that money into markets and earn more interest than just running a whole business, putting the time, effort, energy plus money to make that kind of returns, while you could just put it in the market and just give time and you're done. So always understand the concept of cost of capital. Take the cost of capital as 15%. That means you can earn in markets 15% a year. Is it better over there, or you can make 15% in your business faster? You can just Google cost of capital, you'll get a formula, use that formula to calculate cost of capital of your business, and then move forward from there. Number 9, your business should be sellable as a whole. The first mistake I did was I built ICE, and ICE, it was not a mistake technically, I became rich because of that, but the one mistake that I did in ICE was I used my personal brand to build ICE and my face to build ICE, due to which it becomes a non-sellable business. When it's a non-sellable business, I would not make the big money in the long term. I would always make the quick money in the short term. To make the big money in the long term, your business should be independent of the person, and it was not. And that's why I cannot sell ICE. But the new company I'm starting, O8, it can be sold, because I'm making it like that from the first day. You will do mistakes. Do not panic. Do not get overwhelmed. It's part of the game. Learn, move on. Number 10, your business should be able to target people who are rich, aka people with money, because people with money can give you money. People with no money cannot give you money. Common sense. So make a business where you target the rich and you get more rich people into your business, rather than building an audience of poor people. Now, have people made wealth while selling to poor people? Yes. I would not recommend it. Number 11, it should have some kind of a recurring system. Because what happens is, when you have a recurring model for yourself, for this I can recommend you a book. It's called Subscribed. I don't remember the author name, but just Google it, Subscribed book. If you have a recurring model on your business, what happens is, let's say you know 100 customers are paying you $20 every month. You know that the next month is going to start with $2,000, not zero. When you don't have a recurring business, what you know is that next month will start with zero, and I have to build the whole thing up again. Number 12, it should be part of a growing market. If your market is going like this, even if you go like this, the net of this is this. But if your market is like this and you are like this, you will still grow because the market is growing. So always choose businesses that have growing markets, because that gives you an external leverage due to which you can scale faster. Imagine this. I teach people how to start a funnel versus I teach people how to start an AI funnel. Major difference, because AI, what happens? I also go like. And point number 13, the most important, it should be a non-yellable business. We understood sellable, let's understand yellable. I will never open a business in which someone can call me at night 2 a.m. like a hotel business and just scream the out of their energy on me at night when I'm having time with my family. And that is called as a non-yellable business. I would not tolerate that kind of business ever in my life. That's a boundary I've set. If you want to do it, good for you. I just don't want to do it. So you need to make a business that is non-yellable. That means your customer should not be able to call you at 2 a.m., should not have the right to call you at 2 a.m. in the night and just scream at you for having a wet towel in his bathroom. So make a checklist of all these 13 points. Whenever you're doing the next business, evaluate it as per these 13 points so you can take a better decision for yourself. If you like this, let me know in the comments section so that I can make a part 2 of this, because I have 7 more businesses that you should never start. Also, if you found value in this and your friend is starting a restaurant or a gym or an Amazon FBA, just send this video to them so that it can help them as well. In the comments down below, let me know what business idea you have and I would love to reply on that. Also, you can tell me in the comments box like what businesses you think would work, and that would give me new ideas to explore on.